Nuclear energy and nuclear power is at times feared by few in the public. And what I want to share is an interesting fact. It's an interesting story that many might not know, and it's the fact that in a majority of other energy sources that are used by humans are all sources of nuclear energy. They're all derived from that source, from nuclear energy. To start off, I'll start off with number one, fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are the most popular fuel source at the moment. And just as the name implies, fossil fuels are derived from ancient fossils, ancient animals and plants that have died, decayed, and have been compressed over millions and millions of years, giving us natural gas. Using a process called photosynthesis, solar energy is converted into energy that is used for plants to grow. Now, these animals eat these plants, and other animals eat the other animals. It's a cycle that helps sustain the fossil fuel cycle. Where is the energy originally coming from? The energy is originally coming from nuclear fusion reactions taking place on the sun. Now, the second form of energy I'd like to discuss is that of wind. Wind turbines or windmills, they run off of wind currents that help drive these turbines. And when the sun interacts with the surface of the earth, when those sun rays hit the surface of the earth, it heats up the entire surface, especially certain zones that are known as tropical zones. Certain regions of the earth are heated up, they become hot. And this hot surface creates a change in air densities where the warmer air becomes less dense as compared to the cold air. And this facilitates a transportation process where air that is hot goes toward colder regions and vice versa, not creating natural air currents. Yet again, when you see where the energy is derived from, is derived and sourced from the solar energy or the nuclear fusion reactions that are taking place. The third energy form I'd like to discuss is geothermal. Geothermal energy is a very sustainable form of energy, and the university that I graduated from, Ontario Tech, also uses geothermal energy, where this energy is sourced from the core of the earth, which is really, really hot. And the heat that's produced in the core of this earth is from radioactive decay that takes place from heavier isotopes like uranium and thorium. So it's interesting to know that even geothermal energy is originally derived from nuclear energy. Last but not least is solar power. Solar energy, the solar voltaic cells that are used in solar panels, take energy from the sun, which is again nuclear fusion energy. And you might be asking yourself, hey, are there any types of energies that are not derived from nuclear energy or nuclear? And yes, there are actually. Tidal and also hydro are not derived from nuclear. Rather, they're facilitated through the force of gravity. Gravitational forces help facilitate hydro and tidal wave energies. Lastly, I'd like to cover the three most important nuclear reactions when it comes to energy production. Number one is nuclear fission. Nuclear fission takes place in traditional nuclear power plants. Number two is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is a process that happens on the sun. Nuclear fusion is also in its experimental stages on Earth, where projects like ITER are taking place to try to experiment with nuclear fusion. And the third one is radioactive decay. And as discussed, an example of this is the core of the Earth. If you have any questions about nuclear or have any comments, concerns, please comment in the video below. And also, if you have any cool ideas for some of the videos that I can make next, please let me know, and I'd love to entertain that. Thank you.